Today I'm gonna teach you guys how to make your first specimen. Sometimes it can be a little bit more intimidating, especially you're not familiar with that. Area. It can be. It's certainly the same case for me as well. Well, since I wanted to make this video, for the last few days I actually done my first specimen for the last 4 to 5 years. So yeah, it's also a fresh start for me, and the way I'm doing it probably is not the right way, or it's not the there may be some improvements, but it's just a general idea for you guys that yeah, you can easily make your first specimen without worry too much. My method, well, it could be improved. There can be some improvements. I believe it's not the best, but yeah, it worked. All right, so the first thing you will need is some sort of a container, and the second thing is you will need a piece of foam board. And the third is you need some stainless insect pins. Well, although during the process of making the specimen, it's totally okay. You can use any kind of pin, any kind of needle that is suitable or it's available for you. But if you wanted to put it into your specimen box or some sort of that container that is holding your specimen, you need to use stainless steel, because if you don't, the needle will get rusted and it will ruin your specimen, and I'm pretty sure you don't want that to happen, right? So do be careful. Do be careful of that. All right, so the first step is pretty simple. You fill up your container with some water. Well, personally, I use soap water because I wanted to wash off some of the dirt and oil on my dead beetle. This is the first step. You wanted to soften up the joints because after they die for a while, their joints get pretty stiff, and if you try to move them by force, you are risking breaking their joints, and you have to glue them back in post-processing. It's not ideal because, yeah, needless to say, it's hard to put them back and also maintain that integrity as well. So my suggestion is, whatever movements you try to do, just soften up their joints first. And secondly is you need to stick them up onto a foam board. And first, let me show you the clip that I made. It's pretty neat, huh? Yeah, I know. It took me around 3 hours to make one. Well, once you get familiar with it, the process can be accelerated, but I don't know. It's roughly 2 to 3 hours for me to make one. Well, here comes the third step. Well, the third one and also the last one is you need to dry your specimen. Once you well, it sounds a little bit weird. Once you spread its legs, and you need to dry it, because if you don't, it will rot and it will sting like hell, trust me. So there are various ways, and one of the common ways, and I think it's one of the better ways, is to use is to use a second-hand dish dryer. It don't have to be new. It can be just a simple, plain, old second-hand dish dryer. It's totally okay, as long as it produces heat and it would, cook off that water and vaporize them. Yeah, sure, it would work. And I've seen people use some paper box, or some sort of a container, and they put some desiccants in it, and alongside they put their specimen in it, and after a while it will slowly absorb that moisture. But I don't know, I think that is a little bit more smelly, I think, because that process might take a lot longer than you use a dish dryer. Just use that heat to vaporize the moisture. Alright, this is pretty simple, huh? Here's a little thing that I want to show you. I also purchased this. Well, this, I don't know the English for that, but what it does is that it will gives the Beetle a overall more shiny look, less of, it's kind of like a wax, right? So it gives that Beetle a shine over its back. So yeah, you can see for yourself. Pretty simple, huh? I mean, it's not that hard to make your first specimen. Alright, once you finish all the process, and you can use those stainless steel pins, and you can pin them into your specimen box, whatever container you wanted to put it in. Alright, it's pretty simple, but it's useful, I think. Alright, see you guys in the next one.